Hello, my loves. Day 68 of the God Wants to Talk to You challenge. My head is a little cut off. We read and we contemplate and we read again. Dear God, what would you have me know today? My love, listen carefully to receive my guidance. Feel me in your heart. Feel your love for me and feel my love for you. This is what will allow you to understand my guidance with ease and clarity. What you bring your loving presence to will be heightened by me. When you put your loving presence on our connection will crystallize more and more. I flow where you look with love. The more love, the more of my light can flow. This is how effortless your creatorship can be. See me in everything. Consciously notice me and thank me. I don't need your gratitude. It is us together that need it. Gratitude means you see it, you receive it, and you love it, finishing the cycle of my creation. Everything that's created, witnessed, received, and loved will be multiplied. The greater your love, the greater the multiplication factor. Loving presence and more love and more love, God. So, I have had this realization a couple of, I want to say, weeks ago. And the image that it came with was, if you go to a fine dining experience and you watch a show where you see how the fine dining food is actually prepared, you see someone leaning over the plate, like, and coming really close to the dish that they fix, and they have this little grabber thing and they place a teeny tiny leaf on top of the food. And as I'm saying this, I feel like I have brought this example before, probably because just a couple days ago we had a similar theme. But that means, and with this image came that when we look closely, when we pay close attention, that is where, through our attention, more light flows. Our attention, us looking at a thing, brings a thing to life, brings more God in, brings more life in, brings more creation power in. And with this, what comes with this on top of that is that it's not only presence, but it's loving presence. So when we get to a point where we choose to look with love and to recognize love, then more of that will appear in our life. And I have started this practice where when I am in a situation where something bothers me, where something seemingly doesn't go right, that I snap myself out of it as quickly as possible, and inside the situation that's not working well right now, I look for something to be grateful for. And that is a training. That is a trained lens through which we then see life. And it is, I can tell, like, I can say, really, with practicing this, it gets easier and easier. It becomes a way, it becomes an identity, it becomes the easier thing to do. And I feel with realizing that the more we pay attention, but pay loving attention, the more of God's light can actually flow through us into the thing. And that to me is a connection piece where before I knew, for a long time, I know like where your attention goes, energy flows. But the fact that there's the observer effect, and quantum physics knows this now, science is catching up, where in looking at something, we create a certain reality around the thing. And when we look with loving presence, well, guess what? More of that loving presence all of a sudden flows into the thing, surrounds the thing, is the thing, awakes in the thing. And it's us looking at reality, and because we choose to look with loving presence, God is coming alive inside the thing. And so reality, creation, wakes up to its truth. But it can only get there, it can only wake up to that with us looking at it. Because the only version of reality that exists, the only reality that exists, is the one that we perceive, the one that we witness, observe, see. And so there's this thing, and I haven't looked into the physics of it, but I know it to be true because when I hear certain things, I know if they're true or not, even though I don't have the explanation, even though I don't have the scientific context and background, obviously. And one thing that I learned and know to be true is that science has found out that it is not light that travels from A to B. It is light particles that are all around. And when there's, let's say, when we click on a no, not porch, torch, and the light comes out, it's not that there's a beam of light that's traveling, but it's that the light that's already here gets activated. And so the light that we see in the sky, the stars, whereas before we thought about it in a way of like, so star exploded billions of years ago, and now this light is traveling to us. Yes, there is a cause, and yes, there's an effect, but it's not that the light travels, but it's the activation of light that still goes on. The explosion activated the light next to the star, and then the next. And so that says the light is there. And the thing with the universe is that if this is true, and it is, because I feel it in my body, take it or leave it, this is true there, then it's true for everything. And so what I just said with God coming to life, truth coming to life as we look at something with loving presence, that's the same thing. We're not sending something in there, but it's us looking at it that activates it, that makes it shine and then reflect its own light back to us. Yeah. And that is all speaking to our creator power. That is how much power we have. All right, my loves. Let's read to close. Dear God, what would you have me know today? My love, listen carefully to receive my guidance. Feel me in your heart. Feel your love for me and feel my love for you. This is what will allow you to understand my guidance with ease and clarity. What you bring your loving presence to will be heightened by me. When you bring your loving presence to our connection will crystallize more and more. I flow where you look with love. The more love, the more of my light can flow. This is how effortless your creatorship can be. See me in everything. Consciously notice me and thank me. I don't need your gratitude. It is us together that needs it. Gratitude means you see it, you receive it, and you love it, finishing the cycle of my creation. Everything that's created, witnessed, received, and loved will be multiplied. The greater your love, the greater the multiplication factor. Loving presence and more love and more love, God. I love you and I'll see you soon. Mwah.